All right, so we just finished climbing a mountain. Here we are at the top. We're spending the night out in the bush. We decided that we were going to escape from the city and find sanctuary out in God's creation. So as we're entering our wilderness zone, we came across this. So so now I'm thinking we're going to be sharing the woods tonight with something that can eat a deer. I'm not sure if this is a really good idea. So it's the kind of thing that, you know, we tell Kyung-Soo afterwards, not ahead of time. So hopefully there will be a part 2 to this video. We'll see if something happens between now and the morning. All right, so in our travels, along with the Deerfoot, I found this really cool hat, so I'm pretty excited about that. Foraging is going well, but the problem is it's starting to get dark. We're still looking for water. I haven't found a source of water yet, so we're down the ravine. Well, yeah, Noah says we have, but we found like a boggy lagoon of gross water, which we don't want. So yeah, we're gonna keep looking. Here we go. All right, well, we found water. We're in the middle of this marsh, but you know, wetlands are supposed to clean the water, right? So it should be fairly decent. Now we've got to see if we can find our base camp before it gets dark. It's getting dark quickly, and all our flashlights are back at the camp. So here we go up the hill. And now I'm going to finish this video in the comfort of my own study rather than under a tree. So obviously we survived the night. So the coyotes were around. Late in the evening, it felt like about 2 o'clock in the morning, which meant it was probably about 9:30 because it gets dark early these days. The coyotes were jabbering and ululating and making their noise and stuff. And it's a beautiful haunting sound when you're, you know, sitting on your back deck or something like that. It's a little bit less so when you're just sleeping exposed under a tree, because that's the way we do our winter camping. That's the way Tage taught us that, you know, tents are for people who would rather be at home. So basically a ground sheet and a couple of sleeping bags. We made some jerky the night before and stuff. And no fire either to keep the critters away, because truth be told, the place where we were, it's not actually a campground. So we were trying to basically disturb as little as possible, keep a very low profile and leave no signs, right? But anyway, the coyotes didn't get too close during the night. They didn't cart either one of us away, although they did start up again in the morning too, and that's really something to wake up at 4 in the morning. So that was our adventure that we had last weekend. It was our way of getting out of the house and doing something that's a little bit fun, a little bit challenging. And so then that brings to mind, what are we all doing to stay sane these days? Because as we continue with this sedentary lockdown life, I'm actually quite concerned about the long-term effects. I think a lot of us are becoming mentally flaccid, physically flabby, and emotionally quite brittle, really. It's very important for us to feel that thrill of living again, instead of just existing and just occupying ever increasing amounts of the couch, right? And I know a night in the woods is certainly not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not even really sure if it's my cup of tea, at least in the wintertime anyway. But it is important for us throughout this period to continue to challenge ourselves so that we continue to grow and engage in the world in both our mind, our body, and our spirit. And I pray that you're seeking out opportunities to do just that, not just waiting for things to come along, but actually seeking these opportunities. And if you have been doing so, if you've been out finding some new and exciting things to do and getting some new talents, learning some new skills, I've got just the thing for you. Last year around this time, we had a talent show. And it was a lot of fun. We had singing and dancing and painting and laughing and generally having a good time, being a little bit silly together. And Christian Nurture wants to do the same thing again. Now, of course, it's going to be different this time. We're not gathering at the church, obviously. But whatever your new skill, your hobby, your talent, whatever it is that you're doing that's bringing you joy and getting you through the day, record it. Have a friend or a family member use their phone and record you doing it. and then send those videos in to the church, either to myself or Nancy, and we'll put them all together, and we'll get a little snappy commentator in the background adding a little bit of humor, and we'll end up publishing the whole thing on our Facebook and YouTube channels. So do something fun, do something a little bit crazy, and then share it with us, because we all want to know what each other are up to during this strange time. And you never know, you just might inspire somebody else.